see if this gun actually works.
Hey everybody, it's Big Ed here, and we have a special Friday show this evening because last night we actually had a little bit of technical difficulties. Tonight we got technical difficulties out of the way, and we wanted to share with you guys. We had a lot to talk about last night with the predictions coming up with Dallas this weekend. We also have some 49er news, and Carrie had some uh, information he wanted to share with you on some boxing things that are coming up. So there's a lot of stuff on tonight's show that we're going to talk to you guys about. No, last night we talked a little bit about everything that's going on with the Eagles, with the drama and everything else. You might hear a lot of that. It's funny. It's the only 8-2 team, and I know we mentioned this on our in our group today. A lot of guys were talking about this. It's the only 8-2 team that I know that people just complain about, and I know a lot of other people would love to trade places with the Philadelphia Eagles. The fact that they're 8-2, top of the division, top of the NFC, and we're complaining about what's going on with AJ Brown. We're complaining what's going on with team symmetry. We're going on complaining what's going on with the offense. Guys, we're winning. So what the heck's the deal? It doesn't make any sense. So I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, like, if you hear what happened with AJ, did you hear what happened with some of the other guys? I mean, look, my biggest problem right now, what's happened to AJ, they're making something out of nothing. I think they're making it worse. And I guess we're all actually perpetuating that because we're making it worse by talking about it also. But it's just annoying to see, like, a team that's 8-2, that there's so many people that are detracting away from what's really important, which is wins and losses. Carrie, what do you feel about that?
I feel winning's going to cure everything. I think everything's getting just blown out of proportion with the whole AJ thing. I don't think it's as bad as it seems. The offense got to get on track. Like they got to score. Last time we had a collapse, it was because the defense couldn't make a tackle. They couldn't stop anybody. You remember how bad it was or how bad our defense was.
Oh yeah,
Well, now our defense is playing lights out, and now it's kind of the offense is a little bit off track, but it's nothing that can't be fixed. You know, you just got to scheme better and
When it comes down to skill, I gotta be big
just
Arthur. Knock it all the way back.
get the offense going. It's not bad. It's not the end. We're not we're not going to go through another collapse. Like we're about to
Tony, how you gonna mess this up? We
you
gotta
know
play this like 6 times.
we're about to make a run, man, and people just how Philadelphia gets. It's negadelphia sometimes. You know what I mean? So
well, yeah, I definitely have seen that. I've seen like a lot of the negative comments and stuff like that that are out there, and just
yeah,
people talking, and it perpetuates it and it keeps it going. And unfortunately, what happens is you get a situation where then perception comes reality, and that's what we're dealing with right now. And it's almost like they're asking and crafting questions that I see the reporters are asking to get some sort of response or evoke a response. And he's just trying to, from what I see, AJ Brown's trying to be honest, but he's also, you can tell he's kind of annoyed that he's not getting the ball. So look, I mean, if you're a great player, there's always going to be an opportunity for you to, or there's going to be a chance you're going to be upset if you're not getting the ball and not
yeah.
contributing. But
And you
you
were
know,
a play. You were a player. You
yeah,
played on a pretty high level. You know how reporters are, and
yeah,
if you yourself didn't have the greatest game, the last thing you feel like doing is talking to a bunch of reporters about it. You
yeah,
know what I mean? So his attitude's gonna just come across as that, and of
yeah.
course they're gonna take it and run with it. That's what they do.
Well, the one thing that I did notice that did resent, even I was an offensive lineman, so we didn't really, we weren't the high profile positions kind of thing. But
Yeah,
I will say this: I don't like the anonymous comments that are being made, or you see an anonymous report. That's just, to me, it's just bad reporting. And if it's somebody like inside the organization saying these things, then those people should, they should check themselves, because that's only hurting your team. It's hurting the system, and it's, I just think moving forward, it causes like
cowardly.
a bleeding that eventually is going to start really hurting them. So, all right, Ben. I mean, I know you're a Niners fan, but what from the outside perspective looking in, what do you see?
I think the problem starts with the offense coordinator. I think if he can get that offense going, or somebody can, all that goes away. But and another, you know, thing that's going on too, like we mentioned last night before we had to cut short, that NFL Hard Knocks is featuring the NFC East
Mm,
division,
mm, mm.
Yeah,
and
great point.
there's been HBO cameras on site in Philly, over Washington, over Dallas, East Rutherford. I mean, they're going to be around, and a lot of this is going to come to light. Is AJ Brown really that upset, or is it all just a plot device to get ratings for the show coming out?
Yeah,
But AJ's not the only one hurting on that offense. Saquon Barkley, I mean, he's still, I think he's the best back in the league besides CMC and Jonathan Taylor, but
yeah,
Saquon's numbers are down. His average yards per carry is down. Devontae Smith, his numbers are down. I mean, everybody. Jalen Hurts, his is down. But you can see, Jalen Hurts is clearly frustrated as well. You can tell all of them are.
all
And I
right.
think Sirianni needs to make something happen right now because, like Kerry said, y'all are about to go on a run. You don't need that to be the stalemate. They need to get over this hump for
Yeah,
for it to come to fruition later.
yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't understand. And we talked about this a little bit before. Like we said in the group today, a lot of good comments being made. The one thing that we did talk about is, why did they move away a little bit from the RPO?
Yeah,
RPO opens up so many things for the Eagles. I don't know if they were just trying to, stop making Jalen a running quarterback or something like this, where they were trying to protect him. But honestly, his strength is getting out, standing behind those 6'8" and 6'6" or whatever they are tackles. It's
Mm-hmm.
not doesn't bode well for him because sometimes it might even be hard to see and read. But if he gets out and open and he's a two-way threat, they got to defend the run and the pass.
yeah,
And you can do a lot of things with that. I mean, that's where one of those RPOs, the wide receivers were getting wide open because now they had to play. They couldn't play so tough on the receiver. They had to make sure that the mindset is if they get to that second level, there's a lot of things that can happen. So I think you really started using more of that. And like I said, I'm not an offensive coordinator, but just you got to go with what works. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel. Start trying to make it something more than it has to be.
hmm
And you got to really cater to your player's strengths. And
Yeah,
honestly, yeah, I mean, look, his strength is getting out of the field, getting out in space, making plays, making things happen, doing quick reads, you know, getting the ball to the guys, getting out of your hand quick. This offense was predicated on making decisions quickly. It's similar to what they used to call the old West Coast offense, where
yeah,
you would just like get the ball quick and then check down to the guy hot, you throw out to the flat, you're down the, something like this. So there's so many things that they can do. I just don't see it right now. I think you don't make them one dimensional. It just hurts them, and that
yeah,
also hurts your running game. I mean, another big thing on this, guys, and I'm sorry if I'm jeopardizing too much of the time here, but another big thing we talked about this before that I see with this team is the offensive line is not as strong as last year. It's just not. When they lost, oh, come on, Ed,
Lane
Makai
Johnson.
Becton. When they
Makai
lost
Becton.
Oh, yeah,
Becton last year, he was a big body on body, and they really should. They didn't really replace him. Tyler Steen is not the guy. I mean, he's okay, serviceable. He does what he's supposed to do, but he's not Makai Becton. Makai Becton did clear out a lot of people. And that offensive line was
yep,
humming at that time, and that also helped out Cam Jurgens. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Damon Evans says they should try rolling Hurst out. I agree. I mean, that's what we were talking about before with the RPOs and just getting them out there and rolling them a little bit and opening up. That's definitely a good point that we were talking about earlier. So
yeah.
yeah, I'd like to see some more
Hurts plays
design
better
run.
on the run. He plays better on the move. Like
Yeah,
he's better on the fly than he is just sitting back there waiting for something.
right, Gary, what were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
I'd like to see some more designed runs and more RPOs as well. I don't think for one the offensive line still isn't healthy. Cam Jurgens isn't healthy. Um, Landon Dickerson, he's not dominating the way he was, previously. I don't think he's very healthy. And now we lost, Lane for however long. Um, but there's ways you can get past that. Even like, okay, our offensive line isn't the greatest offensive line in the league anymore, but it's still a good offensive line. It's still serviceable. You can still get things done with it by opening up the offense. Get some more crossing routes in there. Get some more you know, get Barkley running on the outside instead of these
Yeah,
little inside handoffs out of shotgun. Be a little more creative,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
I think mixing it up is definitely the way to go. I
yeah.
agree with you 100%. 100%.
Hey,
You
let
have
me
to.
take over the play calling. You think they'll
Yeah,
let me? I
we
can
need the
do it.
flying
I'll
Hawaiian.
do it. I'll do
Yeah,
it. I'll do it.
we'll
That
call it the
offense will
lava
fly.
offense from the flying Hawaiian. No, that would be good though. Hey, listen. Honestly, we could all sit back and play armchair quarterback or armchair Manning coach or
Yeah.
whatever. But you definitely did see. I don't know. I don't know if it's by design that they made it simple. Like there's a reason for that. I just have a hard time believing that, or they're just
Well,
he's
it's
not a
not
good
just
game day coach.
I don't think he's a good game day coach because for one, all right, he's not scripting the plays right at the
Right.
beginning. We're not starting off very well. I usually have plays scripted and then you make adjustments. Like we're not making I say to myself, oh, maybe halftime it'll get better. But
Yeah.
no, it hasn't.
Yeah. I
Earlier in the
know.
season, but I just don't think they're making halftime adjustments. I think Patullo's out of his depth, to be honest.
Well, I think they need to learn how to play a complete game. I think that in a
Yeah,
complete game, it's offense, defense, special teams. Special teams playing good. Don't get me
yeah,
wrong. Offense playing not so great, but the defense has been lights out. But you can't always rely on them all the time. I mean, look, not everybody
you,
has.
you got to
You know,
score.
this week should be interesting. They got to put pressure on Prescott early and often, and rattle him. I think that definitely needs to happen. I think if they, if Dallas comes out and so they can have some success throwing the ball and stuff like this. I mean, the good news is we got a couple guys back this week that weren't there, and we added a couple people that weren't there the first time we played the Cowboys, and we
Yeah,
still won that game anyway.
yeah. Our
But
defense
Corey
is
Jackson's playing better too. I mean, he is. He was horrible that first game. He was terrible.
the difference between now and week one is night and day.
Yeah, yeah. For defense,
Yeah,
no, the offense. Everybody's just waiting. Everybody's waiting for Saquon to have the 200-yard game. Everybody's waiting for AJ to break out and X, Y, and Z. What I would love to see, guys, honest to goodness, is a balanced attack. A balanced offensive attack, spreading the ball around, getting it out, making plays, getting guys open, and getting guys open in space. And Damon Evans, she wrote, I'm commenting, so I see the comments as they go. Problem with Sirianni too. How many times has his input answered any questions on offense throughout? Yeah, yeah. I mean, the thing about Sirianni in this, he should, if he sees his coach is struggling, he needs to be that he's the constant. All these other guys haven't been the constant, so I don't disagree with what he says right there because it's true. You have to be right now. That's we put up a stat. We had that. How many offensive coordinators did Hurts have over the last year?
He's had one every year,
the difference between
I
now and
think.
week one is
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like 8 or 9
about that.
coordinators. That's
I
insane.
heard today that he had 11 in the last 12 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here's the thing. Like the verbiage is different, but the offensive schemes are the same. The verbiage might differ, but still, you have to memorize it every year. It's a lot more than you think it is.
Yeah, because not only that, you got to realize that it's not only what you do, what everybody else does. You're the maestro.
Yeah.
You know, and you're the maestro. You know, the guy that's trying to lead the charge when somebody else is directing the band, and you got a new band director every year. That's a lot. That's a
Mhm.
lot. So, you know, I know everybody doesn't really give him grace, but you know, everybody wants to kill the guy a lot with Hurts. But my God, I mean, he is a great game manager. I don't. To me, you know, is he like the most prolific offensive passer that you've ever seen? Is he the most? No, but the guy wins, you know, and he wins and he keeps and he just does what they have to do to win. Bless you, by the way. So just you know, it's interesting to me to see what's going to happen this week with the Cowboys. I don't know. I mean, I'm like iffy on this game. There's a lot of depends on what's going to happen. You know, I guess
I
we'll do our
think
predictions a little later. But go ahead, Ben.
I think that game can go either way.
Hmm.
I think Dallas is getting some healthy guys back too, so
Yeah,
that's going to make a big difference on their defense. Like we were talking about Overshown, that guy's an awesome talent. So I think he's going to bring a lot to the defense and probably get people to start playing better around him. You know, so I think it's gonna. I think that game's going to be a. I think it's going to be a slugfest, man. To be honest with you.
I do too. I think it's their Super Bowl. I hate to say it, but it
Yeah, I
is.
think it's going to be close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they played last week on Thursday, correct?
Dude,
Dallas,
Dallas.
no, they just played Monday night.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
then
they play
Monday.
against the Raiders. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they're coming in on a short week.
Okay, they're a short week, and we're on a short week this week. Like
Mhm.
we play Sunday, then we play again on Friday.
Yeah. Eagles
So
schedule is not
I
so
think
easy.
these two games here are you know, people think it's not a big deal. You know, I don't know. Dallas is. You know, listen, they don't match the Eagles talent wise. They don't
Right.
match them on the field, but they're always a dangerous team to play. And they are. Let's say, like, where is he today? Dak playing at home against Eastern Division teams is like 25-5 or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have that, and then you turn around and play a game on a short week. There's going to be two losses for the Eagles very quickly, and you know, a
You
little
know,
bit of an eye opener.
I'll say this too. I'm surprised how well Schottenheimer's been. I thought that was going to be an absolute dumpster fire. I think he's ran that offense fairly well.
I
They're
think,
just lacking defense.
well, he has a pedigree. He has a pedigree as his father was. I mean, he got
Yeah.
an opportunity to really work and see what he did, and you know, he knows what it. He's seen it his whole life. Look, I think anybody's better than Mike McCarthy was the last couple of years for them. No disrespect to Mike McCarthy as a coach, but last couple of years for Dallas, he was horrendous. And you know, I don't know. I think it's going to be a tough game for the Eagles. I do. I think I'm right along with you, Ben. I think it could go either way. I do. I think it'll be a little more scoring. It really is going to depend on the defensive line's ability to get to the Dallas offensive line. I think the one good news is Carter's playing inspired because he got booted the first game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a
That's
big
true.
deal. And you got
That's going to
Jalen
be kind of a
Phillips.
revenge game.
The other thing, man, is Sirianni does a good job of making this team not look past other teams. Like we don't look past other teams like we
Yeah.
used to. You know what I mean? We don't. I don't think the Eagles are looking past Dallas. I know they're treating this kind of like a must win because they're in a
Mhm.
race for the number one seed with the Rams and who else is there?
I think Seahawks are
What's the
still
teams
in
that
the
are yeah,
chase.
Seahawks is still in the chase. Seahawks
Mhm.
and the Rams are still
Well,
right there with us. So the Eagles know that. I'm not worried about them looking past them.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it should be interesting to
Dallas
see
is
what's
still
going to happen.
garbage. It's still
Yeah.
garbage. I ain't worried
You
about
know,
that.
it's that's you know, for me, it's so funny because I had a couple guys that I played college ball with that actually played with the Cowboys. As you guys saw Ron the other night, and
mhm.
another guy that I played with, Mike Kieslak, he actually played with. He was on the team with Aikman. He was the backup to Mark Stepnoski, but then he came in and played a lot when Stepnoski got hurt, and I never have any ill will towards my former teammates and Terps and stuff and seeing guys, but man, I think it's like our fans versus their fans, which just makes this rivalry.
Yeah,
just
I
so-
don't hate their team as much as I
Right.
hate their fans, man.
Right. I think it's mutual. I think a lot of people.
Not
go out
all
to
of them,
Phillies.
but most of them.
Just their local fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the worst, right? The ones that
Listen,
live
man,
like
I hope
3,000 miles away.
Dallas has like a 7 to 10% chance of making the playoffs. They got the Bills coming up. They got the Chargers coming up.
Yeah.
I hope they still keep trying to win because the more they're trying to win, the lower that draft pick gets, and the more
Bills
they shoot
didn't look too
themselves in the
hot
foot.
last night.
Yeah,
The Bills line looked bad.
Houston's defense came to play last night, man.
D'Amico Ryans is a great coach. I love that guy.
Yeah.
I do. I think
Yeah.
he's
I do.
awesome.
I hated losing him as DC, but
I hated
He-
losing him as a linebacker.
yeah, I mean he was that good of a coach. I hated losing him, but
Yeah.
I'm rooting for him in Houston, man. I
Me
want to
too.
see him
I
do
love
well.
D'Amico Ryans.
Yeah.
I would if Sirianni left, I had no problem with them getting D'Amico
Yeah,
Ryans.
he was great as an Eagle, man. I loved him, man.
Yeah, great leader, great guy. Just he always knows. He does put his guys in the right position. They took it to Josh Allen last night. You know what? And the funny thing is he couldn't go anywhere.
No.
They hurt him a couple times. They were beating him to death, man.
I know
Yeah.
the Cowboys don't play the Bills. We play the Bills.
Yeah.
Cowboys got the Chiefs, they got the Lions, they got the Vikings, they got the Chargers,
Yeah, that's a gauntlet.
and they got the Commanders and the Giants. Which
but
the way they're going, they'll probably win those games.
Well, the
but
Bills struggled last night against Houston's defense. They're probably going to end up struggling to you guys too.
yeah.
I'll tell you, Houston's defense, they should have showed you some of the blitz packages you need to get to them.
Yeah.
They did a lot of twists, they did a lot of X stunts, cross stunts, and
What, T&E and ENT?
yeah.
Well, another thing too, Bill's starting right tackle was beat up. He was hurt too, so Daniel Hunter was eating him up. They finally took that right tackle out of the game. He was such a liability. They just took him out and said, "Hey, man, just rest up, get easy. We'll put the other guy in." But you still have Will Anderson on the other side wreaking havoc. So
I think the AFC is kind of wide open right now, to be honest.
I do too.
yeah.
I do too. So it should be interesting. Do we want to talk predictions yet, or let's wait for our predictions to the end of that game, and let's talk a little bit about San Fran. Ben, what do you got? You had some Brendan Ayuk information.
Yeah, Brandon Ayuk situations. I think the 49ers are finally divorcing Ayuk. He's missed so many team practices, which couldn't help because he was hurt, but he wouldn't show up to practice just to be out there. They want you out there regardless.
Practice? We're talking about practice?
Yeah, practice. But he would not attend meetings. Any team activities, he would show up late or not show up at all. So I guess today was the final straw, I guess, and they voided his contract because they have a right to. It goes, he has to be there. When you sign a contract, you have to be there for team activities, team practice, all that stuff.
Wow.
So now the 49ers get to void $25 million of guaranteed money for next year.
Wow.
And they're sitting almost on $100 million of dead cap right now because of the injuries and stuff. And plus Debo leaving, that hurt us a good bit too with him leaving. I think Greenlaw and Hufanga, that something on the lines that we still got money tied up with them too, even though they tested free agency. But yeah, that 25 mil freed up. I think that's going to help us. Ayuk he's turned into a diva, man. He let that little bit of success that he had go to his head. And it showed throughout the way, through their contract negotiating. He was acting like a diva. He just being rude to Shanahan, Lynch, and everybody. And when he signed, he was good to go. Came out rusty, got hurt, blew his knee completely out, and then he still carried on the bad attitude. And I was like, man, this team hung with you through all your bull crap, you know.
How could anybody be rude to John Lynch? Has he never seen him hit before?
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Does somebody have a TV on in their background?
Oh, me? I do.
Jeez,
Yeah.
Ned.
But I think
Come on, man.
I think the dog is sleeping on top of the remote. So why is it too loud? Or something you can hear the
I
background?
know. It just it was, yeah,
So unprofessional.
yeah.
It says the guy with a chicken coop in his backyard. Really?
That's a no eggs for you.
And yeah, no eggs for me. And what's that shirt you got on there, Chevy? Yeah, Chubby Chase. I mean, Chevy
Clark
Chase?
Griswold.
Okay.
That's it. I was thinking Bullwinkle for some reason.
Well, it's not Bullwinkle. It's Wally World.
It's Wally World.
That's right. Yeah,
Oh,
Wally World.
Wally World.
The moose out front should have told you the park's closed today. Classic
want to
movie.
watch it now.
And since during the holiday season, you can't tell me that Christmas Vacation is not one of the greatest holiday movies of all time.
Oh, it's one of my traditional watches this time of year.
There you go. Dr. Red, you're always looking for topics. We have a show on Christmas movies.
There you go.
Is
Lumpy.
What's the movie with
the Christmas leg from Christmas?
What's the movie with Bruce Willis?
Die Hard.
That is not a Christmas movie.
I agree with you.
That's a Christmas movie.
See,
That's
no,
definitely a Christmas movie. The first one is.
Yeah, the first one is.
No,
They play like Run DMC Christmas, that Christmas song.
Yeah,
Christmas in Hollis.
Christmas
Yeah,
time.
Christmas in Hollis.
Just because it's a season doesn't mean it's a Christmas movie.
Now, would I rather watch that than any Hallmark movie of the day?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because
But
they were having a Christmas party when the terrorists came in.
Yippee-ki-yay.
I just saw a thing. There is believe it or not. So you know, like cruises are a big thing now. Like everyone has like their team cruise, like alumni and current players.
Yeah.
And there's like Chris Jericho does a wrestling cruise, and then a couple bands do like 80s cruises. I saw last week advertised a Hallmark movie cruise with a bunch of actors and actresses who are on those Hallmark movies because they're all the same people doing different roles. They have a cruise for it, and the women were like, "Count me in," and they're tagging like 80 of their friends. Let's do this, and I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah. We're doing a straight shooter. We're going to be doing a straight shooter cruise. It's going to be on Cooper River.
I know a guy with a boat.
Yeah. We're going to rent it. We'll get a string full of those pedal boats, and we'll just go right out there.
Actually, my uncle just bought him a pontoon boat. It's like a little party boat.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
If we can get on Cooper River, we'll take it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait. Damon Evans had another point. I missed his point, so sorry. He said, got to stop the run first and foremost. You get Dallas one-dimensional, and you'll have a whole lot better time. Dak's better with a run game, so you eliminate that. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. They have to. Look, it's big on the non-impact defensive tackles to do well this week.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it is really
we got to
big.
get that. We got to continue getting pressure. You saw what the pressure did to Goff.
Oh, you know, and
You know what I
taking the
mean?
guy.
You saw what they did to Jordan Love. If we do that to Dak, we'll be fine.
Listen, you get pushed on the guards. Let me tell you right now. Get pushed on the guards. Get them in the backfield a little bit. Don't let them get upfield. You'll be fine. It's
Dallas is a little weak on the guard department, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got the rookie in there going against.
It was kind of funny. I saw that. Another thing that the Eagles done well with Jalen Phillips, I will say, and I talked about this before. When I saw this when he first got here, you finally got somebody who can hard set the edge, and that does help. I mean, keeping that tight end shoulders turned towards the end. I'll tell you right now, it causes those guys to bounce out and keep everything on the inside. That's definitely a big time help for our guys. So
we were missing that. We were missing that with Nolan Smith being out too. So him coming back, that's a plus also.
Yeah.
Actually, we were missing it since Brandon Graham retired. Brandon Graham used to set that edge pretty good.
Well, N'Kobe Dean.
I mean, he's not doing it now, but
was N'Kobe starting? N'Kobe wasn't playing then either.
No, N'Kobe was out.
No. He
Kobe
tore
just
his
came
ACL
back
last year.
he just came back like 2 or 3 games ago, and the
Exactly.
defense has been like
Lights out.
unbelievable with him.
You know what? I love that kid. You know why? Is he the most hardest hitter on the team? No, whatever. But my God, he's a great leader.
He's a
And he gets
great
the guys,
tackler, man.
and he knows how to get those Georgia guys.
I
Sure,
don't
yeah.
know. Dink and pop somebody.
Yeah, he's got a
Yeah.
nose for the ball, man.
Yeah,
He's just always around the football, like,
Yeah.
and he's a great blitzer, man. Yeah,
Yeah, him and
you know
Vaughn
how
are a
good of a
great combo,
blitzer he
man.
is. Yeah, and the rookie.
John
John
Campbell.
Campbell, can't forget about him. He's still they're using him a little bit more on the edge now
Yeah, which is fine. I mean,
because
look,
with Dean back, but our defense
listen.
is good shape, man.
I
tell you
think
what,
they're
man. I miss watching Fred Warner play backer, man. I hate him being out.
Yeah. You know who hated him was Big Dom. Big Dom did not like Fred Warner.
He didn't like Greenlaw.
Yeah. Oh, it was
Him and
Greenlaw.
Greenlaw's the one that they got into it in 23, I think.
Well, Fred Warner is
yeah,
one
that was
handsome
Greenlaw.
SOB, isn't he? That guy. He's not the guy with like the long locks and all that stuff. Fred Warner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like a predator running around out there.
No, shit, this guy's like an Adonis, not hey, give good looking guys their due, like I do with Lumpy all the time. But
Sorry about going around the league, Ed.
well,
You've Dart out for concussion.
mhm.
You're talking about quarterbacks. You have Burrow still questionable, and if he's not playing, that means you have Flacco in there. He's got bum off shoulder.
Well, Sugar Sanders is now the starter for the
The Browns.
Yeah, I saw that.
You know what? I honestly, God, I hope the kid does well. I do.
I do too.
Jaden Daniels, he's out too.
Rogers is questionable.
Yeah, Jaden Dan. That's a shame what happened with the Redskins. I mean, Commanders. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a shame.
Yeah, that was nasty. I was watching that game.
That's why you're not allowed to hit quarterbacks anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you get injured like this.
Wow.
I don't care.
Well,
They're a bunch of surfers.
Yeah, but you
Well,
don't want to see a bunch
Daniels,
of backups
when he
all over the
fell,
league.
he planted his left arm in the ground, which is
I know,
not
that was
what you do.
nasty.
No,
Yeah.
no, you put nothing on the ground. That's what your shoulders are for, to roll on.
Yeah, they teach you, like in football. I mean, I remember back in high school at practice, they teach you how to kind of fall, injury prevention and stuff if you can
Right.
help
Yeah.
it. But
Yeah.
That's a young kid move right there.
It is.
Not to mention
Yeah.
he doesn't have the biggest arms in the world.
The
No.
little twigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing's
Yeah,
bounced back.
a lot of starting quarterbacks out and injured and banged up. And if you ask me, those games where you go, it's a push, it's a close game, it's a push game, it's a 3-point game. Having a different quarterback in there can change a lot of things.
Yeah.
Both ways, whether it's your team, not scoring points, or you have a young kid come in there. I mean, how many times you see a young kid come in and he doesn't know how to lose because they're too dumb in football to lose.
Yeah.
They don't know they're supposed to play poorly. They don't know they're supposed to play poorly, or they don't know that not make that pass. They just throw it because that's what their instinct is, and they do well.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Hey, Carrie, what's going on with boxing? You're the boxing guy.
a couple great
Carrie.
fights, man.
All right.
We got David Benavidez versus Anthony Yard. Those guys are cruiserweights. Well, they're going to be fighting at 175. Benavidez is a great fighter, man. He's been chasing down Canelo for years.
Yeah.
So this is like the next best thing for him right now. This is a good fight for him. I think he wins that fight pretty easy. And then the other co-headliner is Devin Haney, who I can't stand, versus Brian Norman Jr., who I like. I think he's an underdog, and I honestly think Devin Haney's looking past him.
Okay.
And he's gonna
do some things.
Yeah, he's gonna do something. It's gonna be a good fight. It's on.
What's that on?
It's in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, nice. Is it a Netflix fight or?
No, it's on the Days End network. Whatever. It's a pay-per-view.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that
But it'll
pay-per-view is
be
going to draw
on,
so much, man.
It'll be on like YouTube within like the hour or so.
Yeah.
I'm not worried
I don't
about
know.
that.
I never got into I like boxing. But I loved it when it was on Netflix because you actually could feel like you can watch something, even though they
Yeah.
have like guys like the Tyson Jake Paul fight, which was a joke and all that stuff. But I
Oh
do like
god.
that one night of fights. What was that, Carrie? That we just watched about a month and a half
It
ago.
was Canelo versus
Oh, that was
Crawford.
fantastic. That was
Yeah.
great card. The whole card was awesome.
Yeah.
That
Well,
was
that's a
great.
good thing about boxing. I'll be honest. I lost interest in boxing for like a decade. Like
Right.
I
the
did
whole,
too.
it was like the whole Floyd Mayweather. Back in the '80s, you remember '80s boxing? You had like
Yeah,
Leonard and
Hagler,
Hagler,
Boom
Hearns.
Boom
They
Mancini,
used to come out firing from round one,
Roberto Duran,
and
Oh
then
yeah,
and then it
Leonard.
started getting to the point where you got guys like I love Bernard Hopkins, I love Floyd,
Yeah.
but their styles are defensive styles. They're
Right.
more or less like feel
Yeah.
your opponent out for the first 7 rounds and then fight for the last 5, and
I think that was a
read each other.
preservation thing.
They're
It's like
counter
yeah.
punchers.
Well, Floyd used to, when he was Pretty Boy
Yeah.
back when he was coming up, he was a knockout artist. But then he started having these, he started breaking his hands a lot, so
Yeah.
he became one of the best defensive fighters ever. So it's now that Floyd's retired, it's kind of going back to that '80s style where fighters are coming out like firing from round one. It wasn't so much like that with Crawford and Canelo, but because they're two different style fighters. But a lot of the younger guys now, they're coming out like they're fighting hard, man. I'm excited.
That's what
for boxing in
boxing
the
needs,
future.
man. Like boxing to me, like when I started losing interest in it, is after Arturo Gotti died.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
one of my favorites, and
that
the
was my
trilogy
favorite.
between him and Mickey Ward, dude. I mean, it was cinema, man. It's like
Yeah,
it was something to watch. And I grew up on Tyson, Holyfield, and all that. And then Arturo Gotti came in, and I was like, dude, this guy's a monster.
yeah.
Loved watching his. But after he died, I was kind of done with it. And another thing I think boxing really needs, I really do think they need to make Jake Paul actually fight somebody.
Right.
So he could get dragged, and because he's a stain on the boxing community, in my opinion. That Tyson fight, Ed, like you're talking about it being a joke, you could tell that fight was fixed.
Oh
Because
yeah.
when Jake Paul tagged Tyson, Tyson's instant reaction was to just knock his head off. Did you see where he like cocked back, but he pulled his arm back
he
in?
pulled it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He pulled
could've
back, and I was like,
countered
"This
as
fight's
soon as
fixed, bro."
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Tyson was about to knock Jake Paul's head into the 4th row of the stands, dude.
I know. I wish he would have.
Yeah, but I was disappointed with Tyson taking that fight, man, because Mike Tyson's one of my favorite boxers of all time. I grew up on him,
Oh yeah. We all
and to
did.
see him take that fight, I was like, man, it's kind of like
That was lame to me.
Well,
That was
it was a
Josh-
sellout move, man.
I had no problem taking
Joshua
it.
is the best fighter Jake Paul's faced so far. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. I think Joshua can knock him out.
Josh was a beast, man.
Yeah.
But see, Ben, I had the problem with Tyson taking the fight if Tyson fought, but he
Yeah.
didn't fight. Like
No, he
Tyson,
didn't fight. It was a guaranteed easy payday. That was like when Floyd Mayweather fought Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
That was all for shows, all theater for them to get a big payday together, and they go right off in the sunset and party.
Yeah, he also
That's all
fought-
that was.
Jake Paul too. Floyd
Yeah.
Mayweather.
Jake Paul's fights are a joke. I mean, he's
Well,
an
that's
athlete.
I
but-
really wanted him to fight Andre Ward, but
Oh God.
Andre, he just didn't.
Yeah.
I remember watching Tyson when I was younger, and I mean he would get right into your chest
Yeah,
and just rip body shots.
dude.
Like, they would like jar your it just and he didn't do
Tyson
any of that.
I'll tell you what. He was
Tyson
no
will
Rocky
turn your ribs
Marciano.
into gravel, dude.
This is the first fighter I think Jake Paul has fought that's actually bigger than Jake Paul too.
Mhm.
Joshua's a way bigger fighter than Jake Paul. Joshua's 6'6", 245, which that's the agreed weight limit. They can't go
Yeah.
past 245, so that's the
Who were
weight
the
limit.
Ukrainian brothers that fought?
And
Klitschko.
Jake Paul was 6'1", 230 around there. So Joshua's got some size and he's got power on him. I think this is the fight everybody wants to see Jake Paul get knocked out in. I think
If
this
he
is
knocks
gonna be
him
it.
out, if he doesn't
Yeah.
pay him up front.
If he doesn't, I think nobody will take Jake Paul serious again after that. Like, how can you?
Yeah. Wow.
How
No.
can you?
Who took him serious before? Anybody knows that?
Yeah.
I mean, you're watching like the pregame of Tyson hitting the bag and stuff. He's like still
I mean,
got
he's not
killer
a bad.
instinct.
He's not a bad fighter. I wouldn't fight him, but
No. He's
just,
I don't
a
know.
good
For that
fighter.
payday, I'll take one.
I
Yeah.
don't know, man. That
Shoot. He can
Oh.
miss and I'll go into convulsions on the ground. I'll put on an Oscar-winning performance, dude.
When I was in high school and Tyson was fighting down Atlantic City, they were looking for sparring partners, and you got paid $3,000 per round if you went 3 rounds.
Mm-mm.
And I know a lot of guys who work for my father and their friends who are like, I got this. I can do that. I'll just run for 3 rounds. And there's some guys who were some tough guys.
You couldn't run from Mike.
None of them made it.
You couldn't.
None of them made it.
Mike was one of the quickest. He had some of the quickest feet in boxing history, man.
Yeah.
Like, he was quick and he was powerful. Like, everybody
guy
knows he
was
fought a bunch of
born and
tomato
built for
cans,
boxing.
but he turned a lot of those fighters into tomato cans regardless.
Yes.
Who was that fighter Tyson fought back in I think it was late 80s? The guy was like a certified like blood or Crip or whatever. He had the afro.
Oh, Mitch Green.
Yes. Dude.
Mitch Blood Green.
They fought outside of, like, before the fight.
Yeah.
Remember,
Tyson,
Mitch Green was
Tyson
fighting
literally
against.
tried to kill that man.
Yeah.
They're
Mitch
like
Green was
friends
fighting
now.
against somebody, and they got a fight outside of the arena, beforehand. Mitch
Yep.
Green like ran over, jumped off of a car.
Yeah.
It's a pretty famous
Like,
video.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Mike could have been the greatest, man, but he just.
Well, he got himself. What's his name? When he left, what was it? Kevin Rooney.
Yeah.
When he left him, that was a big deal.
Yeah,
Customato and
Yeah, when Gus
the whole
died,
Buster
that
Douglas
was it.
thing, that whole fight was a sham. That whole
yeah.
Buster Douglas didn't even deserve to be in the same ring with Mike, let alone knock Mike out.
Don
Mike
King ruined
Mike got
Tyson.
seriously was partied up. I forget who he said he was partied up with the night before, and even Mike said he did a little too much that night, and so
Yeah.
you could see it. Mike just was. It was like half Mike fighting Buster Douglas.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't even know the fight was happening, to be honest.
Well, it was Japan.
Yeah, it was Japan, and I remember my friends coming in saying, "Yeah, Mike Tyson just lost," and we were like,
I remember I was in college.
"Really?"
I was at the Cellar, which was the bar.
I've been there a few times.
I had a couple libations going on at the time. And everybody's like, "Oh my God, Mike Tyson just lost." I'm like, But I'll tell you what, it was like nobody could believe it.
Was it the Cellar or the VU? The VU that had was it $1 pitchers and $5 pizzas or something like that?
No, it was quarter pitchers. That was Monday nights. And
Yeah, because I think that was the only time anybody ever.
Little Daddy, he had rolls of $10 worth of quarters.
Mike was always in Mays Landing. You used to always see his Ferrari parked out because there was like one of the beauty pageant winners was from Mays Landing, and Mike was dating her, and we'd always see the Ferrari out there.
I think that was the only fight where anybody ever landed a 4-piece on Tyson like that.
Yeah.
Any other fight, you're not landing 4. You're lucky you land 2 because he had that bob and weave that was ridiculous, man.
I tell you what, Lennox Lewis beat him up pretty good though.
Yeah,
that was Mike near the end. That was a whole different Mike. It's like same Mike that fought like Evander Holyfield those 2 times.
When Don King took over with Tyson, that was the decline of Tyson's career.
Yeah, there was pre-prison Mike, and then there was after prison Mike.
Yeah,
AP Mike. But I'm done with the boxing. Whatever you guys want to.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for letting me share.
Nah, that was fun. That was good. That was a good segment. I like that. I like talking boxing, and especially like the old stuff because that's what amazing.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was
The
unbelievable.
sweet science, man. I love it. I always love it. Even
You know
no
what's
matter
funny?
how crooked and how, fixed it ever gets, I'll always up. There he is. There's the
Yeah.
Yeah,
champ.
shout out the shooter.
There's the
Shooter
future world
McGavin.
champ.
Shooter.
Yeah, Shooter the mascot. We're adding him. And even if his name's not Shooter, he'll be Shooter for us.
Yeah.
We're still naming Shooter, but he's like sitting over here next to me.
Shooter McBarkin.
Shooter McBarkin.
Shooter McBarkin.
Yeah. She's like he's just sitting over here chilling like a villain. All right, let me get Shooter off the camera here. They're probably like, yeah, they rather remove us. Anyway, so predictions, guys. Let's talk about it. What do we got? Eagles, Cowboys. What are you thinking? Lumpy, write these down. Okay.
You know what?
Flying Hawaiian, what you got?
I got a close
Both of you
game.
got-
I got the Eagles 20, Cowboys 17. I think we'll just score
2017.
just enough to beat them. I don't think it's going to be a high scoring. I'm done predicting high scoring games.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I'm going to go even lower, man. I'm going to say like 14 to 10. So that way the offense
Okay.
will.
I think it's going to be more than that, but that's me.
I'm jinxing myself, man.
Ben, Diesel, what you got?
I think, man, that's tough. It can
But
go
yeah, I
either
do got
way.
2017. I'm sorry. 2017 is my answer.
2017. Change that. There you go.
Come on now.
Yes.
All right.
Eagles 27, Dallas 24.
Eagles 27, Dallas 24. Yeah. I honest to goodness think that this game is going to be more of a shootout than you think. For some reason, I said this before. I'm going. I hope I'm wrong. But listen, if I'm predicting, and I never go against my squad, but whatever. I'm going to say Dallas 34, Eagles 31.
Whoa.
Yep. I'm
That's a
thinking
bold one.
Dallas wins this one.
It's a bold move, Cotton.
Well, I know you can boo me. Listen, I'm an Eagles fan, but I try to keep it real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it could go either way. I mean, like we're talking about. I mean,
I just
any
think
given.
Dallas is going to win. I don't want them to win because I'm going to have to hear from all the cockroaches out of everywhere. But I'm just telling you, I just think Dallas is going to win. No offense to the nice Dallas cockroaches, just the other guys doing.
I have the Eagles 19-13.
How that, a lot
Eagles
a lot
win?
of field goals.
Yeah.
You got the Eagles winning?
Eagles winning. Four field goals and a touchdown.
Hey.
Yeah.
Until I see their offense do it, they get close and they sputter.
That's the thing. I think that's the thing that scares me about Dallas. Is all they got to do is get to the 50-yard line, man, and they got their kickers inside the dome.
Yeah.
I mean, Jake will be good from like 50 out, but
listen, and then the new footballs that they're using this year just makes it that much easier too.
Well, they're not new footballs, but they're
the
not in
Eagles are the
bring
best
them in.
red zone team in the NFL. I don't know how that's happening, but apparently we are. Once we get to the red zone.
Yeah, but it's not non-touchdown.
When we get to the red zone.
It's just scoring.
Right.
They get to the red zone line and get field goals.
Right. All right. Well, that's all I got for this evening, fellas.
Sounds good.
Shooter's waking up here, so I have to go attend to him. Right? Isn't that right, Shooter? Yes. But good show tonight, guys. Let's
hey guys, something to think about for next show.
Yeah.
I thought topic out there now.
Shouldn't we do that off the air?
You mean it off the air?
Yeah, let's do it off the air. All right, guys. All right, you all have a great evening out there in Straight Shooter Land. Don't forget to like, subscribe, check out the articles that Carrie Iona has been writing. They're absolutely awesome. Check us out on straightshootersports.com. And if you haven't joined our group yet, you got to join us, guys. It's awesome.
Yes.
And it's very interactive. And always feel free to join our show. Damon Evans, thank you tonight for joining us and contributing. It does make it a lot better when we do get people to contribute. So have a good evening, everyone. And we'll see you next time on Straight Shooter Sports.
Go Birds.
Go
Go
Birds.
Go Niners.